Hello everyone, this is Mark, your tech fiend from Fiend News Network. Today I'm bringing you a head-to-head unboxing and review of two different Joy-Con covers. Now if you're like me and you do a lot of handheld mode with your Switch, or you're just worried about keeping those precious Joy-Cons safe, you're probably looking at something to keep them protected. PDP offers two different products that are officially licensed by Nintendo. You've probably seen them, they're all over the place, every store is carrying them. But they are very similar looking products, but they're quite a bit different at the same time. And you might be wondering which ones are best to keep your precious Joy-Con safe. So today we're going to do that head-to-head and see which ones is the best. So I have them already pre-installed here. On the left I have the Joycon gel guards. These come in at $8 and they come with one set. They have three colors available. They have neon red, neon blue, and gray. These are silicone material that fully cover the Joy-Con. They cover the face, the sides, and the back. And on the front here, you can see they have cutouts for all the buttons, and they have a analog cover. The analog cover also has a little bullseye engraved into it. This makes it really nice to kind of hug your finger, make it real easy to do all your motions and stuff. And the only downside really with these cutouts is they make the buttons a little more flush. It's kind of hard to see there, but you don't have a whole lot of wiggle room there for the buttons. And that doesn't make them impossible to hit or anything. You just have to be a little more precise with where you're hitting, especially with this minus menu button up here. Because of how perfectly it's wrapped, you really kind of have to get your finger in there to get it. And moving on to the back of the gel guard, there's two notable things here. You have this bump right here, which provides more comfort for your hand, makes it feel more like a regular controller when you're using it. And it's very nice, feels very good in the hand. And also at the top here you have the Joy-Con release button. Now I really like this thing. It's nice and wide and it's soft, and it's just really easy just to get your finger in there and get the Joy-Con off. Whereas the regular one is a little more difficult, and when we move over to the armor guard you'll see that that one is much worse. But the Joy-Con gel guard is very nice. I like it quite a bit. And then when we switch over here to the armor guard is $15, but it comes with two sets of Joy-Con covers, as well as this rigid plastic analog cover. Now this analog cover, the being rigid plastic, it snaps on quite a bit easier than the silicone one, but the problem with it is the little engraved bullseye is very slick. It doesn't hug your finger as well as the silicone one does. And also you're going to notice that it leaves the face buttons completely open, which it makes the buttons a little easier to hit, but at the same time, if you drop it on the front, you're going to get completely scuffed. But moving on to the back, it's very nice. These come in three different colors. There's the neon blue, the neon red, and neon yellow. But that only covers one set of the Joy-Con. The other set of Joy-Con covers is black, and you can't really change that. So you get one colored set and you get one black set for the $15. Now, I will say that these are very thick. These are going to provide a lot of protection from dropping. If you look at the angle here, you can see my finger. It's very thick. To go from the cover to the case, it's a very, very steep drop there. Whereas if you look at the gel guard, it's almost flush. It provides protection, but not a whole lot, unless you're getting way down here in the bottom where the mock handle is. So these are really rigid, and they're going to provide a lot of protection. However, because of the symmetrical cut design on the bottom right here, there's really nothing in this area right here to really kind of give you that controller feeling like the gel guard does. So that's going to make it definitely not as comfortable in your hands. And another problem with these is they just a little bit of sideways pressure and they pop right off. So if you're like me, I find myself going to do something and I hold my Switch like this, and just several times it just kind of popped out like that, which is not very good. The only real thing that's kind of good about that is that you can pop it off real quick if you're going to use your Joy-Con grip. Otherwise, it's not very good, because it's not going to be protecting your Joy-Cons if it pops off every time anything happens. Whereas the gel guard here, that's on there nice and snug. There's no real coming off there because it's fully wrapped around there, and the silicone material grips very well. And then moving on to multiplayer mode, if you're using your Joy-Cons as they intend you to for the multiplayer madness, if you will, there's another issue with see how easily that gel guard came off. The armor guard here is not so good. It's got the button is very pointy and it's very rigid. So not only does it hurt to press in, but you have to press in really hard to get that Joy-Con out. Whereas you don't have to try that hard with the gel guard. And when you're using them in multiplayer mode, the little sideways way here, the gel guard feels much nicer in the hand. It's not symmetrical, but this big bump right here, that feels really nice, and the silicone all over just kind of gives it a nice feeling. The armor guard, as far as feeling goes, the plastic is nice and solid, and it's textured, so it feels kind of nice in the hand. But the symmetrical design really doesn't do anything for the comfort. You know, it kind of feels very awkward because it digs into the back of your fingers there. It doesn't do anything really for it this way, and the way it's designed, it doesn't really do anything for it this way either. So overall, I have to give it to the gel guard. The gel guard is just, in my opinion, a much superior product. It's, you know, aesthetically pleasing by covering the whole thing, giving you the full color. If you're like me and you're stuck with the gray Joy-Cons, you can color it up, make it look nice. The bump on the back feels so nice in the hand, and the silicone analog cover just feels so much nicer than the armor guard one. And really the only thing that I can say that the armor guard has going for it is that you get 4 in a pack as opposed to 2. So if you're going to be you know, doing a lot of multiplayer, if you're getting that extra set of Joy-Cons and you want to keep all 4 of your Joy-Cons safe, then the armor guard might be the better set. But at the same time, you can get 2 gel guard packs for pretty much the same price as the 1 armor guard pack, and you're not restricted to having that black pair. Now, there's nothing really wrong with the black pair. I have one in the box here. I haven't really used them because I don't really like them. They're plain black. If you like plain black, that's okay, but the gel guards are better, and you can choose your colors. You can have the gray that matches the Joy-Cons, or you can, you know, mix and match for that neon look like me. If you like, again, like I said, if you're stuck with the gray ones, you can color them up, which is really nice. The only real downside to the gel guard is that it's not easy to remove if you're planning on using it with the Joy-Con grip when your Switch is docked. But that's segue into my next video. So you guys stay tuned and check that out. I actually have a solution for using these with your Joy-Con grip. So be sure to follow the channel, like and subscribe, and be watching out for that next video. And as always, guys, keep on fiending.